Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mistress the Mediator and I'm back with another video. Today I am going to jump into a topic that is kind of exciting. I know I've been gone for a while and I'm here struggling with allergies as usual, but I won't let that stop me. Anyway, thank you for joining my channel. If you make it to the end of the video and you like what you hear, hit the notification bell and subscribe. Feel free to share with your family and friends. Some people need to hear what I'm going to be discussing today. And that is the universal no. You know those times where you think you're losing out on something and then you find out later that there was a reason and a divine intervention that caused you to not get something? So when you have that job that you've been going after, they may have chosen someone more qualified for whatever reason. You know, don't beat yourself up so much about not getting something the first time, because there is going to be an opportunity waiting for you that's going to be perfect. You just have to be patient with yourself and be patient with the process. Maybe you'll find that same job in that same position that's paying you more or offer more flexibility. You know, you might find a job that offers more benefits. Sometimes that one door that just looked like it slammed in your face is not always what it seemed. Eventually, if you're okay with those no's, you'll find the right fit. Another topic would be friendships, because those are the things that we kind of value the most in life. I know you've heard the saying, which is, God has heard those conversations that you did not. And this could go for any relationship or friendship, but you know, you have those friendships where people are saying things behind your back, or they pretend to like you, they want to be around you for whatever benefits you offer, but they really don't like you, or they, you know, have some jealousy and secret hate, secret resentment, and secretly competitive. And you wouldn't know a thing about it because you're going out with these people, you're having a ball, and the entire time these people can't stand you.
I had an incident where I was getting on a flight with a few of my associates, and I thought it would be a fun trip. And for some reason, my itinerary got all screwed up. My flight was basically delayed, canceled, or whatever. I had to end up rescheduling my flight, which the price ended up doubling. And there were just all kinds of delays and mishaps leading up to the time that I landed in town. I probably should have just let it be and turn around and go home. Instead of me just kind of taking heed to that, I proceeded, only to find out that this group of people just wasn't for me. And I'm not going to get too much into detail about that, but they just weren't for me. And I should have used more discernment and use that as an opportunity to take more time out to scope these people and their intentions. But I ignored it because I had already been looking forward to the trip, and I just thought, hey, there were some little hiccups and stuff here and there, but let me just keep going and have a good time.
So I said, you know what? They're not going to get this new number. Once I did that, I made a mistake and I backtracked. And I allowed someone who I had disconnected from to get the new number. When I say once I allowed this person to get the new number, all hell broke loose. I nearly got into a fight. I almost lost my job. And I was depressed for like a week. So follow your first mind and understand when there is a universal no.
One of my major universal no's was when I was dealing with this individual that I really liked and I thought everything was going well. We had a conversation one time and we ended up disagreeing because I had put up some boundaries. You know, and manipulative people do not really care for boundaries. You know, that's the whole reason why they manipulate, because they know that they have to get you to lower your boundaries to get what they want. So I put up and set up some boundaries with this person. They didn't like it. And they showed their true colors. You know, yelling and screaming all in the phone and just talking in circles, giving me a complete headache. And ultimately ended up hanging up the phone. You would think that I would look at this as a red flag. I internalized the anger. I internalized the disrespect. And I started to tap into my inner Pygmisha. Started to think to myself, well, what can I do better? Oh, what did I say, you know, this time to trigger him? Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I shouldn't take that tone next time, or I shouldn't bring that up anymore. No. When you set boundaries with people, you're supposed to stick to them. And, I did not do that. So I proceeded with this person. Kept going. Kept seeing what could I do better to make this thing work. And ultimately found out that this person was future faking me the entire time. Very high on the narcissism scale. Loved to gaslight, manipulate, and just kind of try to persuade me into thinking that most of our arguments were my fault. The reason he's losing his temper and yelling and screaming is my fault. And I started to see this pattern. And of course, I was hard-headed and I was still trying to make things work with this person. Silly me. A lot of times we're good, but there were those same red flags showing up again. And each time I would ignore it. And if he needed something from me or if he got lonely, his other situations didn't work out for the umpteenth time. And he started with the yelling and screaming and the hanging up thing again. I'm like, no. So I said to myself, why did you let it get to the point where you're emotionally invested? You're traveling in and out of town to meet this person. This person is coming to town to meet you. And y'all have built something. Almost to the point of moving in together. You let it get this deep. And this bad. Only to circle back around to the same behavior. Because he showed me who he was. And I did not listen the first time. I did not want to believe it the first time. So I had to suffer the ultimate betrayal, humiliation, embarrassment, and hurt. Just because I didn't want what the universe was trying to tell me from the beginning. So by the time I finally got it, it was like that imaginary mallet that came down, bonked me over the head again. And I just, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, suffering from major depression. Until I just finally got up and picked myself up and I said, you know what? It's been no. It's been no the entire time. And I thank the universe for saying, you know what? This person was abusive. That's why it was a no. This person is manipulative. That's why it's a no. This person is emotionally unintelligent. That's why it's a no. This person has a side to them that is just not going to be good for you. And that last conversation we had when he had to hurt me so bad that I needed a microscope to see my self-esteem was the day that I decided, you know what? This person is better off alone without me. It was at that moment that I decided to walk away because I realized I was dealing with a situation that I couldn't fix. It wasn't up to me. And I stopped internalizing the issue when I realized that it was him and his own personal issues that he has not gained control over. And that's when I just, built the strength to just say, hey, this is done and over with, and I walked off.
And a lot of times when you ignore the signs that have already been given to you, something detrimental happens. Sometimes it is because you don't have any business with this person. This person is unhealed, and only a therapist or mental institution could fix the problem. You're not there to fix the problem. That same person who looks good on paper might be the most toxic headache or the craziest psycho you ever met in your life. And unless you like unnecessary roller coasters of hell, I suggest you not force anything when you see those red flags. When you try to keep on pushing it and pursuing it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to see why. Don't take every L as a loss. Sometimes the L stands for lessons, okay? Lessons in disguise. And this is how we survive. This is how we elevate in life. We take heed to warning signs. We don't just completely ignore them. And I'm not saying don't go after your dreams. I'm not saying don't go after those. Don't work on your friendships. And I'm not saying don't pursue your partner that you feel like you should be with. I'm just saying when you clearly see it's not working, when you clearly see a whole bunch of reasons why you're not supposed to have it, then listen. Go in the comments and tell me about your universal no. It could be a long comment, a short comment. You can give me one word, one sentence, a story. I don't care. Leave something in the comments and tell me about the time that you ignored a bunch of red flags. That's all I have to say for today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.